since we haven't had a video in the last couple weeks, I thought it'd only be appropriate that we show off the hard work that we are doing for 2026. What we out here doing?
Fixing what was broken.
Fixing what broke it?
My heart. What were you saying?
I was waiting for the your pigs.
No, we're fixing what was broken. That's okay. That's what we do. We fix things when they're broken, right?
That's true. That's very true. We have put in a lot of work. When I say we, I mean mostly she. She's the garden queen. So I feel like it would be just a lot of fun to kind of show them where we're at, what we're doing. Right. We are right beside the squawking bunch today. So if you hear a bunch of squawking in the back, but we like our garden being right here. Why is that?
We like the garden because we can throw them bugs. They love bugs. We can throw all the fruit or vegetables that we're not going to eat. We can chunk them over to the chickens and the geese. Well, they don't like the fruit as much, but they do love the weeds. So when we go weed pulling and picking, we toss them over. If you want to shoot a picture, we've tossed them lots of grass. Yeah. It's kind of rainy and yucky, so everything's muddy. But
yeah, it's kind of not a very pleasant day, which makes kind of a decent day to work.
It's perfect for working.
Yeah, it's a good day for working away.
Yeah. So what we've been doing is we essentially she busted up with a cinder block bed.
She being the pig.
The pig. And then she being the pig broke up all of...
She that shall not be mentioned.
She broke up how many of the wooden garden beds that we had?
Oh, 4?
3 or 4?
Yeah, we had like 4 across the back.
So I'll have him turn this around, and we have recreated 3 beds behind you. Do you see those? 1, 2, 3. Almost identically to where they were before.
In this direction. But yes.
Yeah, no. And then there's a strawberry bed.
Here, we'll put it to our back.
There's a strawberry bed. I can come around. I can walk.
Strawberry bed. Let's go see the strawberry
bed. Heidi gave us this little strawberry bed, and Joella we transplanted the strawberries. We moved them over here. We're going to do a trellis deal over them because we realized it gets too hot here. And this is definitely 100% full sun. Oh, and we dropped one.
Uh-oh. Find it.
Our strawberries had babies, so we have lots and lots and lots of strawberry plants in there. Hopefully our strawberry game will be strong again because it was once, and then the strawberry plants got old. But
so what's with all the boxes?
All the boxes, yes. I don't like pulling weeds. Neither does anybody else. And I don't like using weed killer. Weed killer is dangerous for humans, dangerous for animals, dangerous for everybody. So we do boxes. And then we lay them flat to try to kill and prevent and smosh the weeds and the grass from growing in.
Yep.
And then we're going to lay on about 4 inches of pine straw. And no, we don't have to go buy some because we've got 12 acres of land here. So, and a lot of it is pine trees. So we're going to go to the pine trees, going to get the wheelbarrows and the lawnmower and the trailer going. And we're going to fill those bad boys up with pine straw, bring them in and lay them in between the garden beds because the acidity from that is going to help continue to kill the grass off.
There we go. The tell us about the soil because I think look how rich this soil is. The soil,
yes.
I mean it's
gorgeous,
dark and humus.
Yep,
if you will.
Yep.
I mean, just
so that is absolutely
soil.
Gorgeous. Yeah, we're pulling up trash as we go, so don't mind that. But that is just tilled up. It is tilled up. It's what we've been using from the flooring in there. Inside the barn. We scraped up the barn flooring, and it was nice and dark. And then we came in and used it here, and I tilled it up. Grace and I have been tilling and working in the garden. She's been my right-hand lady. Her shoes are there. her shoes are there. I think she stepped in ants earlier.
So
if you see ant spray, it is for the shoes and the cinder blocks because there's fire ants, and I don't like getting eaten. Even with gloves. But so we tilled it up, and man, this stuff has just turned out absolutely gorgeous. Of course, we add ashes from boxes and things like that.
Yeah, we see us got a burn pile going out here right now.
We got burn piles going.
That's
and everything.
The leftover. That's the 2x6s that we were using for the previous beds. You can see that's what these are made of right here. It's just 2x6 that we've.
She didn't destroy those. Sorry.
So they're wood. So this will kind of give us we'll get one more solid year out of these, maybe 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, they're great.
You know, and again, we like using these cinder blocks though. These cinder blocks seem to be kind of a cheat code because you can kind of move things around. Like you know, we kind of redid the beds right here, split them apart. We're realizing that we need a little bit more water flow off of it because water sits right here and it's like a nasty pond. The pigs, when they broke out, loved it.
Yes.
But for the rest of us, not so much.
It was not nice.
Not so much.
It was not nice.
So, all right.
So there's the game plan. The game plan is to get trellising
Yeah.
from this side to that side. So when you walk in between, you've got it underneath you versus where we were doing it before, kind of going over the plants and in between the smaller rows. It wasn't really that great. I think this will lower them a little bit. I'm short.
Yeah.
That should help. That should help. So, and then we can plant, if we want to, we can plant slender things here in the middle that like more shade, maybe some greens or something.
So, are you
like
wanting
that.
to move the? Are you gonna run the over the top here?
Yeah, from this side to that side.
Okay. All right. And again, we're gonna
We've
put.
got the really long cattle panels over there.
Yeah.
So I figured that would be more than enough height on them. And so we'll steal some T-posts from the pigs because they won't be there that much longer. We'll take the cattle panels from over there. You don't understand my excitement there. And then we're going to trellis all of this so that we can grow beans. And I've got crowder peas.
Yep.
Is that what I said? Yeah, I said
Yeah.
crowder peas. So we're going to do both of those. And then anything else you want to trellis? Oh, yes. Cucumbers.
Yes. Cucumbers.
Yeah. And if we need to add cinder blocks here, I was thinking in my mind, if we put the T-post and the cattle panel, we could take these cinder blocks because they're perfect for a cucumber plant.
Yeah.
So I could plant one cucumber plant in each side of each cinder block hole, which is what I did with the strawberries last year, and it worked really, really, really well.
Yeah, I'll say all those are survivors
Henceforth,
from last year. Yeah, it's
the
a nice surprise to come out and see.
Yeah, henceforth my survivors. They did
Most
really
of our
good.
stuff has already been picked and removed, and
yeah, we worked really hard. We've been working kind of on and off all week. We expanded the goose pen. They have literally 3 times the space. You can't tell because they're messy waterfowl. Goose and ducks, they have all that extra space. The chickens, we added at least a third or fourth, maybe.
yeah,
A third to a fourth extra
you can see 'em
space.
all the way.
They're all the way over there. We added some chickens. Neighbor was getting rid of some, so the girls and I went and picked those up. So we're rocking and rolling. And our goal for the year is to wrap the chicken and or goose pen around the outside of the garden so that they pick up the weeds and eat them before they come into the garden
I think
itself.
that's going to make things a lot easier. Probably keep our pests down.
Yes.
It's also going to help keep extra critters from coming out here because deer were kind of wreaking havoc at one point a little bit. It's not been that bad because the dogs. But we definitely had some rabbits and stuff coming up.
The dogs are bad with the beds.
The dogs are bad with the
They're now
pets.
all staying in the pen. They're all pen trained at the moment. So them staying in the pen, is going to help because they love to roll around.
Knock on some wood.
See that soil? They love to roll around in that.
Yeah.
It's cool in the it's warm in the winter and cool in the summer. So they love. I mean, they'll just get up and those beautiful white coats are just dark and black, and you know where they've been. They've been in Mom's garden, and I would go look at them, and I was Sushi, you're in my garden bed again. And so, man, did we put fencing and trellis and all kinds of stuff to keep them out. But this year, I think we're going to be gravy on that. If we get rid of the pigs, then my biggest pest control.
They're going to be gone. We're gonna butcher down in March, beginning of March. We're stuck with these 2 little piglets that are left, so we're gonna.
I think we make sausage.
Sausage. That sounds delicious.
It does.
Some smoked andouille.
Oh no, the biggest one was the chorizo. We loved the
chorizo was a good
That was a
round.
huge hit.
Chorizo.
Huge hit. But I think we will, when we are done, I've got 1, 2, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will have 7 extra garden beds.
And we still got more.
Well, I wasn't allowed to touch those.
We always take down the
I wasn't allowed to touch them.
the
So I'm not taking them.
the smoke pit. We always get a round of cinder blocks in, and we'll use the smoke pit all through, all the way up to early spring. Once it hits summertime out here, the last thing I want to do is be sitting over a smoldering pit. So we tend to kind of slow down in the spring and summer as far as being outside.
And that's why we're
Girls,
doing
can
it
we
now.
come see what y'all are doing? So this is Joella, or we call her Bean Bean. And this is Gracie up there
With our cat.
with the cat. What you got there?
This is Pixel.
That's Pixel?
Yeah.
What's what kind of rabbit is Pixel?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I
I
just
think
take
it's a Holland lap rabbit.
I just take care of them
You just take care of them?
and give them cuddles.
Are they lion heads?
Oh,
or,
yeah, they're lion heads. Oops.
Okay, there we go. Well, that's fine. That's cool. Well, again, this is our big project starting out for 2026, getting the garden set up. Super important that we start this now. We're going to be getting back to making videos. We're making about one video a week at the moment as far as cooking videos, but we're going to have all of those back on track soon. No worries. And we'll see you next time here on Deep South Foodies.